Okay, yeah, we're rolling in live.
Welcome. Have a seat.
So why don't we
Come on in and throw your little butt in the seat.
Okay, is it warm?
No.
Okay, we're broadcasting.
McLeod, I think, built this
So let's,
building back in the 50s.
No.
Who built this?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. If we could have everybody go ahead and take your seats. We've got a live feed going here, but we need to make sure we've got.
You're good. You're good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing all right. You?
I'm doing well. I'm Fred.
I'm Phil.
Phil, nice to meet you.
Arlene, my hands are cold.
Arlene, my hands are colder.
But her heart's warm, that's all that
That's all
matters.
that matters. That's true.
She has a warm heart.
How are you doing? Good to see
Been
you.
watching you
Uh-oh. Did I screw up? Did I do something bad?
No.
I've been watching you.
Live feed.
I used to do law enforcement, so I tell people, man, I hope you're not watching me. It makes me a little nervous. But.
We are.
Well, we want to thank everybody that's on the broadcast today. We've also got a live audience here, so we'll be talking to both. But just to get us started, let me give you a little bit of my story, why I got into LifeVantage, and how it's changing my life. Right now, I'm working on getting out of the industry that I'm in. I'm currently a banker. And with the changes in tax code, changes in cost of insurance, those types of things, I'm realizing that what I take home, starting in 2016, will be less than what I'm taking home in 2015. And I'm also getting pressure from my superiors to start putting in some time during lunch and to start doing some evening hours. Now, they haven't offered to compensate any additional for that because I'm a salary employee, and they can't officially say they're requiring it of me, but they are saying, you know, you really should be putting a little bit more time to get these things through the door, to get these things out. So technically, I'm being asked to perform at a higher level and compensated at a lesser level. And so it's these types of things that I'm just so done with. I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to take control. 2016 is going to be huge for me. It's kind of corny, I know, but I want to get to the point where I've got my independence by Independence Day. And so that's what I'm shooting for. Those are the things I'm trying to put into motion. Now, the way I got started into LifeVantage is I had my father-in-law. I watched him go through a really hard medical situation with it was an autoimmune disease, and it really just tore him apart. And when I saw the effect that Pro Tandem had on him, I was wowed. It just really surprised me. Nothing had done anything to affect the effects that this autoimmune disease was having on him. And he was doing all kinds of cleanses. He was doing different medicines, you name it. He finally got to the point where he was just taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen morning and night just to function without going insane. And he's, by the way, no longer taking any medications, no longer taking any painkillers right now. He's actually doing great. I spent the last weekend with him bringing in the new year, and he was right there with the rest of us celebrating, having a good time. Now, my own personal experience with that, I saw what it did for him. I wanted to try it in my own body. I had some shoulder injuries, a couple of other things that little bumps and bruises. Part of getting old is what they would tell me is, yeah, that's not going to go away. That's just part of being old. And so I started taking Pro Tandem myself. I wanted to see what was going to happen. After 30 days of taking this, I called my father-in-law. Hey, it's great that it had such an effect on you. Didn't do anything for me. My shoulders still hurt. My ankle still hurts. Thanks, but it didn't work. And that's why this is such a great opportunity, is because that put him in a position where he could educate me, and that's what separates this from just something sitting on the shelf. Because what he said to me made all the difference in the world, and that was, oh, no, you got to give it more time. You got to give it at least 90 days before you make a decision. And I said, okay. So I gave it 90 days. Somewhere between 60 and 90, I noticed that my shoulder actually did start to feel a slight improvement. And that was intriguing enough that I continued on with looking into it, experimenting with it. Needless to say, now I'm a part of this. It's been the best thing that's happened to me as far as changing my life. My wife would say it maybe added a level of risk to our lives, because now I know that I can go out and get bumped and bruised and I'm going to get better. I do stupid things like boxing at 36 years old. That's I still have a bucket list item. I do want to get into UFC, well, not at the UFC level, but I want to cage fight just once, just to say that I've done it. Things people my age shouldn't be doing, but you know what? I'm going to do it. So that's kind of my story getting me involved. It's given me a new vitality in life, but not only that, but on an income side, I've got an opportunity to take back control of my life, and that's exhilarating. So not only do I have the ability to have a financial future that I'm excited about, but how's that saying go? Vitality's wasted on the youth, or something like that. You know what? Protanim's going to keep me young for a long time. So hopefully I can disperse both of those issues. Let me just quickly talk about a few of the products that we've got. Now, what brought this company to the limelight was a science or a technology called NRF2. Now, from that, we created Protandim. Protandim is our flagship product. That's the product that got a lot of attention out in the medical world, with the colleges and the PhDs. That's what created a buzz, making people want to actually get in and do some research. And that has created a lot of the peer-reviewed studies, different things that we have as a natural product that most natural products don't get the opportunity to validate with the type of research that's been done on our product. Now, with that NRF2 technology, we've then taken it and put it into a skincare line. Now, with that skincare line, we've now entered into two different industries, if you will. We've got the health and wellness industry, and now we're entering into the cosmetic industry, another huge industry. Now, with that, they've taken that NRF2 technology, helping the cells on our skin, help to rejuvenate those cells, so we've got younger, or at least slower aging skin, and that's a big deal. I mean, how many movies, let alone just movies, have been made after searching for the fountain of youth, right? Now, as a part of that, we also have another product that's not an NRF2 activator, but it goes right along with the cosmetic, and that is our lift serum. And that will give you results in 3 minutes, just the amount of time it takes to dry. That is a temporary product, purely cosmetic, but it's phenomenal in how well it works. Next, we're entering into another category, the energy drink world. Now, we've got a product called Axio. It's a little bit different than your typical energy drink. It's more brain food. What it's going to do is go in and activate the using that same NRF2 technology, activate the brain, making you more awake, alert, and getting an overall fill of energy. But you're not getting loaded with caffeine and sugar that's going to create a big drop later on, because what's driving that energy is actually the mind being more alert and awake. Next, we're now getting into another huge industry, and that is the weight loss industry. We've got a new product out called Physique that I'm really excited about. I spent a lot of time over the last couple of months preparing to be a test subject for this product. And I'm hoping that my efforts over the last couple months are going to prove beneficial, as I'm anxiously awaiting my order of physique to come in the mail so that I can be one of their test subjects. And I've already taken my before pictures, and they're scary. And I'm excited to see what happens 30 days from now, and be able to throw up my after pictures with pride. So those are some of the products that we have. The company's continuing to try and create new products, innovative, category creating products. These aren't Me Too products. These are things that are changing the industries that we're entering into. And that has been the level that LifeVantage has been working on and will continue to work on, and that is exciting to me. Now, this creates a huge business opportunity. I'm going to introduce Trent Lindstrom, who's going to go into more of that business opportunity and what it really means to us right now. Trent is a Pro 8 in the company. He's had a lot of success. He's worked really, really hard. We were talking on the way over here. He was telling me, you know, this isn't just a thing where you cross your fingers, throw out a couple of magic beans, and hope that it grows into a beanstalk with treasures to behold. This is a business, and if you treat it like a business, it does have some wonderful rewards. And Trent will explain to us some of the rewards that can possibly come from that, as well as what it takes to take this business and get it off the ground. So with that, Trent Lindstrom.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm in the wonderful Page, Arizona area where it's nice and warm. I'm wearing my coat. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm excited to be here. And I'm just from St. George, so I guess I'm just naturally, was it cold-blooded, is that what they say? Where you have to always have something on. Daniel did a great job. Thank you for sharing the information. In fact, it reminds me just to talk about a couple of things about Nerf 2 that excites me. When Daniel's talking about how important this is to the medical community, there's been some things that have transpired in the medical journals that have literally disrupted the health and wellness world and the research community. And one of those, there was a study done on this technology called NRF2. And in the medical journal, they called it the guardian of health span. That was the term that they used in the medical journals as they were researching this. There was also another study that was just published in January of last year, and it was done on NRF2 out of Washington State University. Had no tie to us as a company, but I want to make this parallel or this connection. We are the very first to bring NRF2 technology to the world. No one else has been able to do it. We've known about this technology. The research world has known about this since 1990. A group of Japanese scientists discovered it. They just couldn't activate it. They found that, man, if we could activate it, that would actually affect the way that we malfunction. It could affect the way that we age. It could affect the way we fight diseases. What a powerful thing. Well, Washington State University did an in-depth study on this thing called NRF2. I'm going to share with you what their conclusion was that was published in the medical journals a year ago. The Washington State University says NRF2, this technology, may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary, this is the key, preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Now that's a bold statement. They went on to conclude, it is our opinion that raising NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach into the foreseeable future. Now, if those statements are true, do we have something of substance we're sharing with people? Do we have something of substance we're talking about, ways that we can literally change the way that we age, the way that we fight diseases, the way that we address this whole aging effect? Because here's what we do know. Here's a crash course on biology. The crash course on biology is right around 20 to 30 years old, our body goes from maturing to breaking down and starting to age. What if we had the ability to change that? What if we had the ability to activate this in every cell of our body, and rather than starting to break down around 20 or 30 years old, we start breaking down maybe around 60 or 70, 50, 60, 70 years old, where we start to affect that. So that, what statement did you use, Daniel? That the longevity is burned up in your youth?
Vitality is wasted on the youth.
Okay, vitality is wasted on the, what if we could actually enjoy that for a longer period of time? Would that have a major implication? How many people do you think care about that? We believe that we're in front of something significant and large. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this for not only us in this live group, but I'm also going to do this for some of the folks that are online right now watching this. In the next literally 10 minutes, I'm going to talk about opportunity. Because there are few people that have the opportunity that we have sitting in front of this. And I'm going to address in 10 minutes how we recognize opportunity and how we take advantage of it. Okay? So real quickly, this is what I was introduced to, and this is the reason why my situation has changed. I used to be in law enforcement. Today I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. And I am that way not because I didn't care about law enforcement. I loved what I did, but I couldn't provide for my family. It's very difficult financially. The state of Utah told me how much money I was worth. And at the end of the day, for 5 of my 10 years working for the state, they just didn't have it in their budget to give me any kind of a pay increase. And my family kept getting bigger. I've got 5 kids. My wife doesn't work. And we needed more expenses to take care of the things at home. It required me to think outside the box to create an income. And when I learned what I'm about to share with you, it completely changed the paradigm on how we create income and how you create a lifestyle, okay? First off, there is a couple of key things that have to be lined up in order to recognize what a true opportunity is. This is put together by a guy named Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker is a very successful business guy who recognized and learned about business. He evaluated thousands of businesses, and he says, you know what, if you have all these things lined up together, you have a real, true opportunity. Well, the reality is I think sometimes we get into chasing some things that we see have value, but maybe you're missing some of these pieces, and it makes our job just a little bit harder. So number one he talks about is you got to have a company that is transparent, that's open, that has vision, that understands the value of its existence into the marketplace. LifeVantage is a publicly traded company. The symbol ticker is LFVN. Why is that important? From the type of a distribution business that we are, we want to make sure we have transparency to who we are as a company and our financial strength, or quite frankly, our incapacity of our finances. If we don't have that, you would see that. This is important because if we do anything illegal, we get shut down by the Federal Trade Commission. So there's nothing shady that we can be involved in. That's the good news. The other thing is we have to be very, very compliant. We need to make sure we do business professionally and the right way. That's an important thing. Number two, he says, make sure that if you have a company that has value, what type of a product do they have? Do you think product is important for an opportunity? Absolutely it is. You need to have a product that's consumable. And I'm going to put category creating. Category creating is significant, and the reason why is because they create the demand in the marketplace. We already know that millions of dollars are going into this thing called NRF2. The research community is highly interested in it. In fact, just this last year, the Federal Drug Administration, the FDA, has changed and created another category for pharmaceutical drugs. Guess what that category is? NRF2, because there is a movement in the medical world on bringing this idea of NRF2 to the marketplace. There is a race that's going on literally right now on pharmaceutical drugs and also this natural approach. We just know that we've got it. That's the great thing about it, okay? So product category creating, does it have value? It does. Now here's the cool thing. We are a network marketing company. We're not shy to tell that to people. We chose that distribution model so we could have this type of a dialogue, so we could communicate the value of our product, so we can communicate the value of our opportunity. That's the distribution model that we chose. The cool thing is we have about a 70 to 80% customer base. So when we look at how many distributors we have about 80 to 90,000 distributors on a worldwide scale. We have over 500,000 customers. 500,000 customers that are using this product every single month because they see value in it. Okay, so product is valuable. Now, if you're going to have a product in the marketplace, what is the trend of that product? Now, this is significant. It's significant because right now we're in part of the biggest trend that's ever hit the U.S. economy. And that trend is the health and wellness trend, and we see it all around us. If you go to the grocery store, look at the organic aisles. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know why? Because people are realizing that pharmaceutical drug is not just the one way to take care of yourself. Why wait till we're sick? What if we actually took a preventative approach? There is a movement in the health and wellness world. If you look at weight loss, that's a segment inside the health and wellness world. And weight loss is huge. It's the #1 goal for New Year's resolutions this year. People want to lose weight. People want a healthier lifestyle. I think that was #3 on the list, a healthier lifestyle. So we recognize health and wellness is significant. It is projected in the next couple of years, it'll tip over $1 trillion. Right now, we're a couple $100 billion, okay? So that's significant. Are we in that same trend of the health and wellness world? We are. Daniel talked about some of our products. We're redefining health with this NRF2 technology in a couple of key areas, helping people feel better. We know Protandim is addressing the aches and pains that people have. We're addressing people from a performance standpoint by our Axio product to help people with mental clarity and focus. We've got a product in helping people look better with our skin line that Daniel was talking about. Those are all right inside those trends. That is significant. There's also something else that is significant from an opportunity standpoint. Right now, there's a workforce economy that's struggling. There's a workforce economy where young people are coming out of college with debt and they're not finding the jobs. That's a very real problem today. We're also recognizing that people that are working their jobs right now, they're in their careers, they're in their professions, they're out trading time to make money. People like me that was working as a highway patrolman, they are barely getting by. In fact, there's more and more people that are slipping out of middle class and they're going into poor and they're not moving up into the higher class, into the rich category. That is a very real trend that we're seeing right before us. We're literally losing our middle class. Not only are we losing our middle class, but anybody who works for somebody else, 2016, starting yesterday, they will get paid less money in their paychecks on trading time the exact same way they were last year. Why? Because the government decided that they need a little bit more in taxes, just a little bit more. And the next couple of years, you're going to see it continue to go up. That means people will be getting less money to take care of their problems, financial problems. The other big trend that we're seeing in the workforce economy is there's more and more people that have earned the right to retire that financially cannot retire. Social Security is being extended and pushed out further, so you're not collecting Social Security like people were expecting that they should be able to collect it. It's a major, major problem in our workforce economy. That is a trend. Now, how do we know it's not a fad? Because it is evolving. We're seeing it more and more and more. Fads come and they disappear. Trends continue to evolve. The health and wellness movement continues to evolve. All right, how am I doing on time? We're going to wrap this thing up here real quick. All right, trends. The other thing is timing. When it comes to business, this is probably the big one. Timing. It's all about positioning and recognizing where the masses are going and getting there first. That's super important. Recognizing where masses are going and getting there first are the ones who take full advantage of opportunity. And this one right here is hard because most people don't hear about opportunities until they're already out, they're exposed, and they're already growing. So the fact that where we're at is huge. In fact, when you look at it from a growth standpoint, it looks something like this. All companies go through it. They're either going to go through this point of hitting popularity and growing, or else they're going to simply just disappear. But when the companies hit branding and popularity, they'll explode in growth and capture 80% of their market share. And then, like all companies, they'll eventually stabilize. You can't stay on that growth. They'll eventually stabilize and go on a 2 to 5% growth trend. Okay, now why is that significant? Because if we knew the secret of being at the right place at the right time, we could take advantage of that. Not just this. So from an opportunity standpoint, we need to recognize timing into the marketplace in conjunction with the trend, with a product that's tied to the trend, and a company who recognizes the vision of where it's going. All right, number 5, if we're going to participate in any kind of opportunity, I hope you understand what you're being compensated. Compensation is number 5. People don't just do things for free. There has to be some type of reward. Why is that significant? Because we need money to survive. Period. End of discussion. Money is not always the most important thing, but it ranks up there pretty close to air. We need oxygen to survive, and we also need to have money to survive. But I will tell you, people will give up money, and they'll give up their time to maintain a little bit better health. And we're tied into all those pieces. All right, compensation. And number 6, the other big one is, and this is the one that I think a lot of people miss, and I hope the people on the webcam can see this. I don't think they can. Oh, yeah, they can. I don't know if you'll be able to read it. System. Now, why is this important? It creates the longevity for the company. Systems have to be in place. What I'm excited about is what this company is doing. Most people have heard of network marketing. For those who are not familiar with network marketing, all network marketing is doing is setting up a pipeline of consumption, a network of consumption. Some people will be customers and they'll take the product and benefit the product. Some people will look at these pieces and say, I want to participate financially. I want something different in my life. And all we're simply doing is setting up that pipeline of consumption. The benefit of a system is when companies recognize the value of setting up a good pipeline, it will pay over and over and over again. It's the difference between trading time to make money and creating a true asset, a retirement, so to speak. I asked my dad, I said, what's the definition of retirement? He goes, I guess the ability to have money coming in, I don't have to go to work to get it. I'm good with that. What if we could literally build up an asset that positions us like retirement? We do the effort one time, we set up that pipeline of distribution, and now we can collect the fruits of our labor, and we don't have to go work for it ever again. What a powerful thing. I've been a part of this company for 4.5 years. And in 4.5 years, I built a consumption pipeline where every month I get paid a check to support my family. And I've created more income through doing this than I ever have in working as a state employee. It's a completely different paradigm. All right, real fast, and then we're gonna wrap this call. We're gonna wrap this up. Last thing I'm gonna share with you on the compensation part. And I'm gonna share with you, those of you that wanna purchase product and or those that are interested in distribution. Our products are really pretty simple. The products you set up, you order them like you're ordering something off of Amazon. The company ships the product directly to you, and it's all set up online. It'll come every single month. There's no contractual agreement, and you can cancel at any time. On the distribution side, if you decide to refer this to somebody and somebody purchases product, they will order it from your website. You don't have to man the product. You don't have to go deliver the product. People will order the product from your website. You will get the credit for it. The product will be shipped to the consumer, and then you get sent a check for 40% of whatever people order on the very first order. 40% commission payout on the very first transaction. Now, I was talking to car salesmen, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'd love to get paid 40% for selling a car. Well, we have the ability to create some lucrative income that's tied to it. So our packages that we have what's called a Freedom Pack. I actually call this more of a customer pack, and here's why. The Freedom Pack is $300. In that package, you're going to get Protandim, you're going to get our skincare, and you're going to get Axio. You're going to get our initial supply of products to use for 1 month. That $300 package is not, you can set it up to build a business on it, but you're going to miss out on a little bit of commissions. The next package is what's called the Vantage Pack. The Vantage Pack is $600. Like $600 package, you're basically going to get about $600 worth of product. And in that you're going to get more Protandim, you're going to get more of the Axio, you're going to get a full skincare regimen, which is a 4-part product regimen. And then we also have what's called the Platinum Pack. The Platinum Pack is $1,200. What do you get with it? You're going to get about $1,200 in product. You're also going to make sure you qualify across the board for all the commissions that are available for payout. Now there is commissions that are paid out on this. So if you sign up as a distributor and you choose to join us in business and you enroll somebody on one of these packages, the company is going to pay you a $125 commission. They'll pay you a $250 commission. And then over here, they'll pay you a $500 commission. So we can see that if you want a higher return on your effort, clearly the Platinum Pack is going to return you because there's more product that's purchased here. And you're going to get paid a 50% commission on that. Now, here's the question I ask. If you were to ever invest into a business, and you were to invest, say, $1,200 into a business, and in 30 days, we can show a return of $3,000 to $4,000, would that be a good business decision?
Better than what I've done.
1,200 in, 3,000 to 4,000 out in a 30-day window. I mean, I can stretch that to 60 or 90 days, but I'm saying within 30 days, is that a good business investment? Yes, it is. We teach people how to establish a return on their investment. Exposures of opportunities, gathering people to join you in business. Some will do business and some will be customers. We show people how to get a return on that investment. The next big piece is the residual income that comes to it. Here's the short answer. Anybody who purchases product in your business, you will get paid about an average is a 5% commission, royalty, every single month people purchase that product from that day moving forward. We have in the industry the highest retention of customers that this industry has ever seen. What does that mean? That means that when people are educated to the products and they take it every single month, you get paid an average of 5% royalty every single month. If you choose to build a successful professional business, our top ranks in our company, so we have distributors from rank 1 to 10, our top ranks are 7s through 10s. Our top ranked distributors will not only participate in the 5% royalty of their own distribution business, but they will also participate in 4% of the gross sales of the entire company every single month. So when I looked at this compensation plan, I said, not only can I build my own residual paying business, but I can create what's called passive income, which I did not believe existed in network marketing. Passive income, it means you are not involved in any of the transactions, but you still get paid. This is true profit sharing. When I looked at this, I said, this is what I call generational income. I will create a lifestyle to support my family, and we have done that. But we've also positioned a generational income that doesn't stop when I decide to leave this planet. When I decide to leave, that is an asset that I can give to my kids, to my grandkids, to my great-grandkids. It's a business that continues to pay over and over and over again. It's a true asset. So with that, that's how you recognize a true opportunity. These are some of the components tied to our opportunity. If there's any more questions that we need to field, and I'm going to give this to our people on the live internet feed as well, get back to the person who invited you, at least on the internet, and make sure you get your questions answered. We're excited about the opportunity. I will tell you, 2016 is going to be huge. We've got a lot of really cool things that we're excited about, and there are some things that are launching out here next month that are really going to be fun. There are some cool things that are happening. The industry, network marketing industry, the professionals in this industry have projected that we will double and triple in size as a company in the next 12 to 24 months. So when you tie Nerf 2 technology, disrupting the health and wellness world, and you look at the network marketing industry, the ability to disrupt that and create massive growth, there's something going on with this company. Don't miss it. Get back to the person that invited you, at least on the internet. Make sure you get your questions answered. The next thing is choose what package you want to join us with. And with that, guys, thanks for participating in our quick LifeVantage business briefing tonight. So that's it. Now I'm going to end this thing on here for our guests, and then we can have another separate chat. So.